Gamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Gamaya Shanti Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha Malam Sharirasya Cha Vaidikena Yopakarotam Pravaram Munina Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Om Shanti 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 Ishvara Pranidhana. Hold your hands at the back. Right wrist with the left hand. Take a deep breath in. While you exhale, slowly bend forward. Try to touch your forehead to the floor. Surrender completely to the Almighty, your body, mind, and intellect. Inhale and come up. Rub your hands. Apply the warmth to your eyelids. Open your eyes in a palm. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. Uh, so it is really amazing that whole world is sleeping after celebration, and we are here together talking about Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So yeah, today we are on shloka number 36, which is a very short and beautiful sutra, and it is connected to the previous sutra again. We will quickly have a look at it. Yesterday we saw Vishayavativa Pravrittirutpannam Manastiti Nibandhaniya. Okay. Vishayavati, when we are completely engrossed into a subject, one subject or object, it will develop a pravritti, tendency, intrinsic nature is manifested within us, that our manasthiti, that our mind completely becomes binding in that and that is one of the way to make our mind calm. Or in other words, other day we were talking about dharana, dhyana, samadhi, right? That is one way of dharana as well. Okay. In our daily practice, our dharana is Hamsa mantra, whereas when we all might have experienced this in our academics. When we are studying one subject deeply, we will get engrossed into it. That is Vishayavati. Yeah. So now in shloka number 36, it is an extension but in a different context. Patanjali Maharshi is trying to explain that okay, you can bring our mind to the calmness in a in another way as well. What is that? Shloka goes like this: Vishokava Jyotishmati. Vishoka. Shoka is a sorrow or grief or pain. Is a shoka. Vishoka. There is complete absence of pain, grief, sorrow. Okay, that is the state of Vishoka. Vishoka va is also Jyotishmati. Jyotishmati is someone who is holding light. Jyoti is light. Jyotishmati is like Vishayavati. Similarly, Jyotishamati is a suffix of a feminine form. which is engulfed with that jyoti completely. So, or it is also radiant state of mind. Okay, so the radiant state of mind, um, along with the Vishokara, it is again a pravritti. Vishoka, it is not easy to be in that state of Vishoka. In spite of we have so many things going on, getting into the state of Vishoka is again it is a pravritti, and this pravritti comes from the karmas and sanskara that we have in the past. So that is this is another state where we can calm our mind completely and have those four states that we discussed um, in previous sutras. What are those four states? Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upekshana. Okay. So this is the ultimately path towards the samadhi. This is what I have understood. And again, if we go into the other interpretations, they again some of the interpretation talk about how to get into this Jyotishmati state, and then they say, okay, focus on your heart, meditate on that deep down into the heart, and all those. So practice what we are doing is also going to take us on every day of 30 minutes. Practice what we are doing in breath healing, also going to take us towards that Jyotishamati and Vishoka, state of Vishoka as well. And some of us already experienced those things. So yeah, this is my understanding of this shloka. Please feel free to add your understanding. Yeah.
Namaste. I think always the first person to jump in. I'm sorry.
Most welcome.
The first thing is you said yes, the whole world is in a different. Most of the whole world is a different way, and we are doing this Yoga Sutras, and that doesn't happen by chance. It only happens. He wills it. In Gita, God clearly says that I am in your thought, I am in your Omkara, I am in your prayer, I am your prayer. So he is actually he's actually responsible for all those things. He's not as responsible for that. We have only willingness and preparedness to do it. And so that is happening. And then they also say something called as Chaturshloki Gita. Whether we know the 700 slokas or the verse of Gita or not, but there's 4 verses of Gita, which is, if you know that, they say it's enough. This is called Chaturshloki Gita. And one of these verses is this: is my devotees constantly talk about me and enlighten themselves about each. And talking about, I don't, because there is less time, I'm not going to bring my Gita here, but it'll be nice. I post it in a group, that particular verse. He says that my devotees constantly engage themselves, talking about me and enlighten about themselves. For such people, I will provide the necessary knowledge to understand about me. So that's what is happening in this one. That came to my mind. The other thing is, as Sharaji said, is we get engrossed when reading a particular subject. The thing which came to my mind is this Pranavanad, this Pranavam, or this Omkara, is there continuously all over. We are in it. There's no place in this world where there's no Pranam. Actually, the whole thing is Pranavam itself, Omkaram. Like this example for that is like the sea. The sea is there, and the sea is calm. The waves are coming and going. The waves are coming. So there's no wave without a sea. There is a sea. There can be sea without a wave. Makes sense? There is no wave without a sea, but there is a sea with no wave. There can be a sea with no wave. So that this is a very profound thing which comes to my mind. There is a no wave without a sea, but there can be a sea without a wave. So the sea is like prana, which is spread everywhere, and we are the wave which has come from that prana, and we're trying to go back into that, getting absorbed into it. So the only way to get absorbed back into it is doing this practice. And now this one is not subscribing to any particular God or any particular religion or any particular thing. Therefore, there's no bigotry here. Because everything is in it. Every God, everything is in it. You say Shiva, Vishnu, Maheshwara, Durga, Kali, everything is in it. Therefore, by just saying that, you get absorbed in it, and this is much beyond worship. It's not even a worship. It is getting absorbed into it. That's what I wanted to share.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Saji.
Yeah, I was just going to say when Umakanti, you said getting absorbed in it, I really, that really resonates. It's sort of I want to say, like, it's almost like you're letting go to a higher power, and you're becoming, like you're being with it, or you know, that really comes to mind. And the fact that, you know, we are here, yes, we could have all slept, you know, and we're here. So there's a you know, there's a higher wave that we're on the path to. And the other thing, Umakanji, that you said about the sea and the ocean, it just brought, I think we discussed it here before, but it just brought to mind that you know, it's like how normal life is day to day is that choppy sea.
Yeah.
Right. But you look at your face in the choppy sea, and it's choppy. and then what we're trying to do is sort of what we're getting to is, okay, the waves will happen, but we're getting to the sea being that calm. So when we look at the sea, we actually truly see who we are, because otherwise we don't know. Like I like, you know, the reflection in the mirror, who is that?
The other thing they also say is, how do you get answers? With a talkative mind?
Yeah.
With a talkative mind? No. When the mind is talkative, you don't get the answers. So you get answers in silence. So you get absorbed in the sea, you have answer for everything. Otherwise, the logical mind, we've got to be very careful, because the ego in us is very, very subtle. It's extremely subtle. The ego takes different forms, you know. It makes us believe many, many things. So the only way is to, okay, surrender, Ishvara Pranidhana. It's easy to say that. It's very easy to say that. So we need to get absorbed in that.
And when you say absorbed and when engrossed with the subject or an object, one thought came to my mind is like dancer becoming a dance itself, musician becoming a music itself. So a student who is reading a subject is becoming that itself. So that is what Vishayavati va.
Yeah. What they say, Sharaji, is that once you go on doing this practice, as you said, you become that. Now, the other thing which I learned from, I used to play a lot of tennis. So actually, the thing which I learned from sports is, one is how to take a defeat, right? How to take a defeat, which is I learned in sports. We can't win game every time. But what I also learned from this, particularly the ball games, is particularly when you're playing lawn tennis, just imagine you're playing. Where is your focus? Just on the ball. Where is it falling? Where shall I hit it? Where shall I hit it? Where should I run? Where should I go? So you're completely cut off from the rest of the world. Even for a second, the focus goes off, you lose the point. So when we are putting so much effort to win it, lawn tennis game, why don't we put that focus here? So it is within us to put that focus. We are not telling our mind that you can do it. We are allowing the mind to get distracted here, but we don't allow the mind to get distracted there.
And inside that engrossment, inside that complete
I
indulgence
find that a
into,
meditative state actually, lawn tennis.
inside that meditative state, we have some of the interpretations. What we read is that getting that taste in our mouth and smelling that beautiful fragrance in your nostrils, or seeing the light. These are all again different results depending on different backgrounds we come from.
That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, out of thousands and thousands of souls, only few thousands will try to know who I am. Among the thousands of souls, only one soul knows who I am, and such a soul is very rare. So we need to have that kind of focus, like we're playing a lawn tennis. Nothing else. That is why I love that verse from Gita. Ananyas chintayantamam ye jana paripasate tesham nityabhritanam yogakshema mahamyam. Unflinching concentration, like you're playing lawn tennis. So you get absorbed in that one. And then it's not a talkative mind anymore. And therefore, everything happens. Everything happens. That's how the scientists get the answers. They're always searching the question. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Are we really that engrossed in this practice? Do we need strategies, reminders, focus on your thoughts, think about your thoughts, where your thoughts going? Do somebody tells me when I'm playing lawn tennis, look at the ball? This is what came to my mind.
Yeah. Good. Amazing. So it is 6:48. Let us conclude, and let us see tomorrow again. Next Sutra 37. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. Have a great year ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And to you. Thank you.
Thank you.